One of the biggest lies you've been told is that the wealthy use trusts to avoid taxes. Any tax savings that you get through a family trust, you can get without a family trust. So why do the wealthy set them up? I'm a CPA and tax specialist. I'm going to tell you why the wealthy use trusts. There's multiple types of trusts, but the ones they're usually referring to is a family trust, or the more technical term is an inter vivos trust. There are no inherent tax savings that a family trust will provide. It's because it keeps the wealthy from having control and flexibility, which pairs really well with tax savings. Here's an example of one of the most common setups for a family trust. Here you have a business owner. She owns a corporation and she plans to sell the corporation in the future. There's something called a lifetime capital gains exemption that lets you sell up to 1.25 million tax-free. But imagine she plans to sell it for 5 million. She still has to pay tax on that additional 3.75 million. So what does she do? She adds her family as shareholders. They each can use their 1.25 million. Together, they'll avoid taxes on up to $5 million. The issue here is she's giving her spouse and her children ownership in her corporation. And maybe she doesn't want that. She doesn't want her daughter and her son, who may be children or young adults, to own 1.25 million of her company when you don't know what they'll do with it. And this brings us to the third structure. A trust lets her keep control, but she can also still benefit from the lifetime capital gains exemption of her family members without giving them that full ownership. So even if the children are financially irresponsible, they don't have the actual value of the company. She doesn't actually have to give it to them. She can exclude them in the sale and just keep it between the three of them and pay that tax if she's worried that one of her children will spend irresponsibly. This is why the wealthy use trusts, because the flexibility and control pair well with the tax savings. Follow for more tax tips.